Dang. I have to pee so bad. I just wrapped up taking some pictures of the bike at this park. Oh man. But it took way longer than I thought it was going to. And now I really have to use the bathroom. But never mind that. Welcome back, everybody. We are now going to head somewhere where I can use the restroom. But during the process of heading there, which most likely is going to be the gym because I still have to go to the gym today. And on our way there, we are going to get to know me a little bit. So I figured I might as well start off with what motorcycles I've owned and how many I've owned and how I got into riding. And I'll just be straight up with you guys. I've had two bikes, this one and another one before this that I started out on. My first bike was a 2004 Honda VTX. It was a cruiser. It's not what I planned on getting for my first bike. My first bike I actually planned on getting a 2016 Yamaha MT-07. So a little bit older model than what I actually ended up getting. Because I ended up going to a dealership and they had a red 2016 Yamaha MT-07 that had like 500 miles on it, and I just wanted it for $1,000 less than what they had listed on their site. Went in there, told them that, and then they said they couldn't do it. So I ended up leaving that place pretty disappointed. My 18-year-old self was really disappointed actually. And yeah, I didn't end up getting the bike. But then my dad was like, hey, the Harley dealership's on the way home, why don't we stop there and let's take a look around. We don't gotta buy anything, but what's it gonna hurt just to stop in and see what they got. So when they stopped by, a nice gentleman came out and helped us out, let me sit on a few bikes and check them out. And then we told him we were looking into getting my first bike. Upon that, he told us that he just got in 2004 Honda VTX. An old man had just traded in to get a new bike. And so we went and took a look at it. It sounded great, looked great, and I ended up getting it for a good deal because, you know, Honda bike at a Harley dealership isn't gonna be something they want to keep around for too long. Got a good deal on it, and then I ended up riding that motorcycle for about a year, and then I got antsy because this is the bike that I really wanted. So I started looking around, and then I ended up finding this bike, 2019 Yamaha MT-07, and I'm pretty sure last video I got into how I wanted a black one. I ended up getting this one and ended up falling in love with it. So I'm not gonna get too far into that in this video because I don't want to reiterate myself. That's the whole bike situation. Only two bikes. I do want to eventually get more, but time will tell. Hopefully next summer I'll be in a place financially where I can keep this bike and also get an R6. An R6 is another one of my dream bikes, so that's what I'm looking into. But as of right now, that's going to be put on hold until next summer. Getting into some other things, I've lived in Georgia my whole life in the same area. Great for riding. It's a lot of back roads, nice twisties. Blood Mountain's not too far away. When I started riding, I started going to Blood Mountain. It's one of them spots that I've been blessed to have living in Georgia, with it not being too far away from me. With growing up in Georgia my whole life, I would like to eventually move, even though I love it here so much. Maybe move and be able to ride in some different places. And if not move, I'd love with this channel to be able to travel to different places and meet up with different people and be able to ride and just to experience different riding environments. Because I pretty much know every single road in this area like the back of my hand, so roads aren't as interesting anymore. Don't get me wrong, you can rip around on them because you don't gotta be scared about what's gonna be on the other side of the turn. But on the other hand, it gets very uninteresting because there's nothing new to ride. Growing up through school, I played football. That was my main sport, was football. I played free safety and corner. There was a little bit of linebacker mixed in there, but those were my main two positions. Also a really big football fan. On this channel, you'll probably hear me talk about football a lot throughout the football season, at least until it gets to the point where I'm not able to ride because of the weather. I guess another topic that I can touch on is what got me into motorcycles, really. So how I got into motorcycles is I always thought they were cool as a kid. Growing up, I always wanted a motorcycle. I thought they were the coolest thing ever. And then I grew up watching YouTube videos of people riding these things around all the time. And eventually it made me fall in love with them, and like I always knew I was going to eventually get one. But before this, I was very into cars. Cars were like my main thing that I was really into. What's up, biker dudes? Yeah, I was very, very into cars, but cars got very expensive very, very quickly. And then I found that motorcycles, one, are way more fun, two, are cheaper to fix up, and three, can buy a nice motorcycle and fix it up for way cheaper than any really nice car that I'd ever want to fix up. And so that's pretty much what threw me into being more into motorcycles at this point in my life. But yes, I'm into cars. I know a lot about cars, and cars will always have a very special place in my heart. Motorcycles just tend to mesh more with me. If you're trying to get into motorcycles and you don't know if it's really a thing for you, or you're like, oh, I didn't grow up riding dirt bikes, I didn't grow up riding anything motorized at all that was on two wheels, and you don't think you can get into it, don't let that stop you. Don't let that discourage you. Don't let people telling you that discourage you. I honestly did not grow up riding anything bike related that was motorized. I had like one pit bike growing up, and that was it. And that pit bike was for like 2 months. Didn't have it very long. And I learned on one of the harder bikes to learn on. I learned on a cruiser how to ride a motorcycle. I took it up to a parking lot. My dad drove it to this parking lot, and then I brought the truck up. We switched, and I rode around the parking lot for hours until I learned how. And that's pretty much what you need to do. I don't suggest starting on a cruiser. I suggest starting on a smaller sport bike. I think that these Yamaha MT-07s are fantastic starter bikes, but it also would never hurt to go a little bit smaller to start with either. Even like a Yamaha R3, if you're looking for more of a fully fair bike, that's great. But this is meshed well better with me because I know I want to learn how to wheelie at some point. I know this is better for this cruising around and having a good time. And I know that if I got a fully fair bike and was going to pay a good bit of money, I'd rather just have an R6. And so this has worked better. Okay, buddy. Alright, so like I said earlier, I really have to use the restroom. So I'm gonna go in here and use the restroom. We got that out of the way. So we just finished with the workout. It was short, but I was getting kind of annoyed because everyone was on the machines that I wanted. So, you know, we just did what we could do and got out of there as soon as we could. When I was in the gym, I realized I didn't even mention how big of a part the gym is in my life. I've been working out consistently for about 6 years now, and going to the gym changed my life. Very depressed before I started going to the gym, and the gym helped me get through all that and get to a better place. And I want to ask you guys, if you're not in the gym, to get in the gym, man. It's very important. It'll help with your mental clarity. help with stress, anxiety, and that was a big reason why the gym helps me, is all my anxiety that I have is stress. But we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. I completely forgot to buckle my helmet. My chin strap is slapping me in the face. Well, my chin strap's undone, so I could probably do this real quick. Okay. That's my buddy. So, I was doing bodybuilding for a long time, but I never ended up doing a bodybuilding show. And then last winter, I got into a pretty hard bulk. I gained about 30 pounds and started powerlifting. But I was in no spot to be able to do a powerlifting show last year. I was just plain and simple not strong enough to be able to compete in my weight class. So this year I'm hoping that when the winter comes, I'll be able to build up enough strength to where I will be able to compete this year in a powerlifting show, hopefully. Right now I'm in a recomp, just trying to get myself back to a good starting point for the bulk this winter. So far the recomp is going well. Hopefully I can gain a few more pounds back, because at the beginning I lost more weight than I was planning to, but we got to a great spot where I'm happy with, and now we're starting to up carbs, so wish me luck. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna wrap up this video here. I gotta get home and eat my last meal before I go to bed. I appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me out a lot, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.